What up, guys? So I watched Empuraan finally, like after 6 years of just pure anticipation. Finally, it's here, and I got to experience it on the big screen. I watched it yesterday at night. I didn't get the first day for show tickets, and yeah, at night it was amazing. The audience was amazing. The vibe was insane. Everyone just wanted to see Mohanlal on screen. Like it was just pure. It was delightful. But as a movie, if you ask me, I have my thoughts. Okay, it's honestly not amazing. Okay, it's not an amazing or a brilliant or absolutely exceptional movie. It's not even like close to being as good as the first Lucifer. Like the first Lucifer is once in a lifetime movie. It's one of the best, if not the best commercial movie ever made in Indian cinema. It was class, it was pure class, whereas this movie is more mass than class. Okay, it has a lot of, it really felt like I was watching a Tamil commercial, like a really typical template Tamil commercial movie. Like, how Tamil commercial movies are, right? They have this kind of sentiment, and this kind of revenge kind of, theme to it. And the villains are this, very big typical cliche, like, cliche robotic villains and all these things. Like it really felt like I was watching like a Tamil or Telugu, like a typical commercial movie, which I did not expect. Okay, like I could have expected to go in, thinking that I'm gonna watch like a typical commercial movie. But when I heard, I mean, of course, when I see that it was Prithviraj directing this movie, when I see that it was a sequel to one of the best commercial movies ever made, like I would obviously expect something more, and I didn't get that. I would say, like, it had some great things, I'll be honest, like the actions, the technical aspects of this movie. Let's just start with this. Like, especially in the first half, it honestly felt like I was watching a Hollywood movie. I'm not even joking. Like, it literally felt like I was watching a Hollywood movie. Like it was international stuff. The like just the cinematography and the sound design and all these things are just perfect. And even the second half, like just throughout the movie, the one thing that was consistent was the technicalities of it. Like, the as I said, the cinematography, the stunt choreography, the action sequences were brilliant. Like, were brilliantly shot. Especially there's one jungle fight scene, which is one of the best fight scenes I have ever seen in an Indian movie. Like, that adrenaline rush that scene gave me, that was what I wanted from the rest of the movie. But yeah, so the technicalities throughout the movie was just fantastic. Like, it really felt like it was a grand movie, like it was epic. And then the music was I wouldn't say it was fantastic. I wasn't on the level of the first Lucifer, but it was good. Like, it was good in some parts. It was amazing. Okay, in some parts it was okay, it could have been done better. Like, I do think that it's time to, like, it's time that Prithviraj was like, Deepak Dev, okay, enough. Okay, let's bring someone else. Like, they should have brought someone like Sushin Shyam to do music like this, man. Like, we really needed that high, from certain moments, but we didn't get it because of the kind of mediocre music which was there in it accompanying that scene. So the music was good, the performances were also good. I wouldn't say they were exceptional. Mohanlal was exceptional, and his screen presence was absolutely just freaking amazing. Same with Manju Warrior. She got a lot of moments in this movie where she got to shine. And the others, Prithviraj, Tovino, and all these people were there. Like, they were good. The performances were good, but they were not amazing or anything like this. Okay, and another what else is there, man? Like, the story. This is what really disappointed me, because the direction, Prithvi Raj did a good job in terms of directing this movie. Like, I really think he did his best. The problem was the story and the screenplay. It had a very interesting story. It had a very important social message, which I feel like has to be said in today's time. Okay, like, I don't care how many people hate this movie. I feel like the one relevant and one good thing about this movie was the social message which it was putting forward, and I completely support it. I completely support it. I don't care whatever, whoever says what. I completely support this movie, at least in terms of its social message, what it's putting forward. It's too much, man. Like at this point, like the situation in India, like it's devastating. Like it's really fucked up. Like honestly speaking, and this movie just addresses that fact. And it's a very important social message, but the execution of this kind of social message and this underlying politics was just very weird. It was just straightforward, onto your face kind of thing. And I didn't expect this, because even Lucifer, even though it had all these political satire kind of things on the background, it was never on the face. It was very subtle, always in the background. The story was the main focus always. These political messages and all these things are always in the background. And it really felt like they could have executed that better. That punch, that like at the end there are like sequences where like you are normally supposed to feel like, oh fucking, get him, punch him, you're supposed to feel this way, but because the thing was not executed very well, I didn't feel this. I just didn't feel it. And the social message, although it was something which I was rooting forward for a lot, the execution of it very mediocre. And again, the direction, I think Prithviraj did as good as he could. Like this is the best that he could have done. It's just the story and the screenplay and the flow of the scenes was just very weird for me. And the dialogues were great, and like yeah, overall it was a very fun movie. Like you can go into this movie, especially if you're a Mohanlal fan. Man, you have certain sequences in this movie which will guarantee you a lifetime experience. Okay, like literally, especially the jungle fight. Like I don't think Mohanlal will ever do or has ever done anything like this in his entire career. Like it's pure magic on screen. Like I would watch this movie again just for that scene. It's amazing stuff. And if you're a Mohanlal fan, you will go watch this movie. There is no need for me to suggest you. But for the others, I would say that if you're watching this movie, you should go and watch it in the theaters. Okay, like there's no use for you to watch it on OTT, like in your own comfort zone. No, man. If you're watching this, you need to watch it with the best audience, with the best kind of people who are just out and out, like who are hooting, whistling. You need to watch it with this kind of audience for yourself to enjoy this movie. And I thought like everything, like again, the technical aspects were just brilliant, and the Hollywood kind of spectacle which this movie kind of presents to you is just amazing. And yeah, overall it was very fun. Okay, like it's not amazing, it's not a great movie, it's not a very good, well crafted story or anything like this, but it's a well crafted movie. It's a very well directed movie with a pretty mediocre storyline. But yeah, you can go watch this, man. Like it's definitely a fun movie. Like I've seen people hating this movie. I know the kind of people who are hating this movie. Like the movie really, really hits on some really like it hits on the extreme right side, and it hits on the extreme left side too. So either of those sides can hate this movie just for the movie addressing that, like this happens. But otherwise, like if people hate this movie just because it's shit, I don't understand how you can say that this movie is shit. Like it's not a terrible movie. Like it's not even close to being a terrible movie. Like it's a well made movie, well crafted movie, well acted movie, but it's just not on the level of Lucifer, and it's not on the level of hype that the people projected towards this movie. Like the marketing and everything, I would just say it's gimmicks. Like obviously, I mean, obviously, if you spent so much for this movie, obviously you would market it to this extent, but I still feel like it's really not up to the level of hype. Like literally, this felt like another Leo for me. Leo was another movie where I was so hyped for, just to watch. Like it was one of my most hyped movies ever, but it turned out to be just a pretty good movie. But like people were expecting that movie to be amazing. It's the same case with Empuraan. People were expecting this movie to be like absolute masterpiece, but it turned out to be just a good movie, like a fun movie to watch. So yeah, it's a fun movie to watch. Just go watch it, I guess, and have a good time.